Hello, Internet. I'm kcStranger. These are four of my. Actually, yeah, we got the whole gang back together. My four sanguine players, as it were. This is the Crystal Tomb. Um, as always, uh, as always, the Crystal Tomb is brought to you by XSplit Broadcaster and by Tractor Blonde. Um, Last time, the party arrived at KyrianSalvar's home and immediately began debating whether they wanted to be helpful after all. There was some fear of the matter becoming more difficult than some simple warg hunting. Ultimately, however, Gmork's tie-breaking vote was cast in favor of helping. Karina and Natasha brought the party to the woods, pointed them in the right direction, and it wasn't long before Fallon and Gmork had tracked down the wargs. The party dispatched the wargs fairly easily, with Quizmilligus notably downing 7 of them and hurting Kane with a single circle of death.
I got
So basically winning. While examining the aftermath, Quizmilligus noticed a dark green moss with some faint traces of divination magic about it. Fallon wound up gathering some and also cut off the head of the lead warg. And then the party returned. Then the party returned. So the party was actually rather rewarded for their efforts. Karina sold them some more of her wares, including more healing mixtures and herbs that would mimic the effects of non-detection, lesser restoration, greater restoration, and true seeing. By the way, Colleen, notably for you, I think you have something like 12 potions that, or not really potions, they're like herbal mixes basically, but that basically make it so you can use magic without fear of detection. You do have a limited number of those, but they last for 8 hours and they have that effect.
Please
Um,
drink before casting spells and stop telling people that you're magic.
yeah, although, only 12. Anyways,
Even though it worked out this time.
so Karina also did give Quizmilligus a leather book that marked 4 different paths through the Feywild. And finally, Natasha. Oh, and actually, never mind. Natasha gave the party a decanter of endless water in exchange for a promise to come find her in Crossroads and help her leave once the party's errand was finished. On their way back to camp, Quizmilligus told Fallon and Colleen, and finally Kane, of his conversation with Tavrith, and they began discussing how to handle Indomitable once their mission was finished. Actually, real quick, is there a way for me? There we go. I think that'll do it. My chat beep re-enabled, so I was just quieting it quickly. Quiz, did you want to sort of run down quickly at this point? Colleen, just to set the stage, this is, I saw that picture, Kane, lols. This is basically as you're walking from Karina's house with Fallon, Gmork, and Quiz back to the camp where Dom and Tovrith were, just sort of in the woods a ways outside of town. Quiz, do you want to sort of run down what you talked about?
Yeah, so the first thing I brought up was the fact that, and Brave, I don't remember. Do you remember when we were sleeping in that bunker that Colleen made pretty?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Colleen had a conversation with Indomitable, and Quiz went and talked to Tavrith about Indomitable.
Okay.
So essentially, I passed on the information from that conversation, the fact that Indomitable is weaker when he's around dragons. The first war, the gods got the dragons involved. I found out that he has some connection to a Kalaya Islands, and after that conversation with Tavrith, I put in the Book of Shadows, what do you know about Indomitable? And if you look at the map right now, Brave,
I remember that.
Yeah, essentially I got a dot on the map. So I've just now conveyed this information to Colleen, Fallon, and Kane, and kind of just said that we should get what information we want from Indomitable, but we should really consider, when's the right time to deal with him. because I do think he's an issue ultimately. And then I went on to one of the things we got was a leather-bound book that showed paths to the Feywild. And I then asked the group if they would consider helping me go to the Autumn Court, or what's it called in this game? Just the Autumn Realm, whatever.
It be fall.
What?
You said, what was it called in this game? I said, it be fall.
Oh, fall. The Fall Court. And essentially find someone named Ella Timbers who is a part of Quiz's backstory and the reason he's on his adventure in the first place. So pretty much they found out that this Ella person is why Quiz went adventuring. And that the reason I joined the group in the first place was because your goddess, Ayun, essentially said, you know, if you help them kind of on their journey, you'll find what you're looking for or something.
Okay.
So that was what was discussed.
Also, Kane talked about how he kind of just did a Hail Mary plan thing and told Dom, he was like, hey Dom, I'll help you achieve your goals, you know? And so Dom thinks that Kane's on his side now, and we could use that to
You
our
might
advantage.
think that.
Yeah.
Just pointing out you
I'm
don't
just
have
saying
like.
what Kane said. I'm saying what
Okay.
Kane.
Okay,
this is
that's
what-
fair. That's fair.
I have no idea what Dom thinks. Also,
By the way, don't read into my response. I'm merely
Of course
pointing
not.
out possibilities. I'm not saying anything
you just
one way or
like
the other.
stirring the fucking pot to make us start panicking. You would want to see us squirm. It's like when DMs put a random table in a room and everyone's obsessing over the table, and it's just a fucking table that you put there.
You mean the chair? It's a chair. I know what you're
The
talking
chair.
about. It's a chair.
We had a one with the table, but like it was actually in like the adventure guide that there was a table in this room, but it wasn't anything. But we spent like 20 minutes on it.
There's probably tables and chairs that were something and we skipped over them. So it was
Probably.
retribution.
Honestly, like
when we all die, I want Casey to tell us all the secrets.
you guys have missed a few things over the course of this campaign, but frankly, you've done a pretty good job of finding the stuff that I sort of throw out there.
Are you keeping track,
Anyways,
right?
I mean, kind of. Like I'd have to go back and refresh my memory on a ton.
Oh
of it.
right, I was doing a thing.
So, Colleen, just want to check with you because you would have had like time for private conversations, and now you're back with Tobrith and Dom. So, is there any like particular response that you would have wanted to put in related to any of this?
No, I think my stance is pretty much the same as it was because I was like all in for the adventure and helping, and so I think everything sounds like it's on track. I don't have any concerns or dissents at the moment.
Okay, good enough. I think you. I think then Quiz for your part, you can think that Colleen would probably be generically supportive. It sounds like.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So, picking back up then. So the party did return to camp. Quizmiligus wrote some in his Book of Shadows, and that's when he was actually told by his patron that he would be found should he traverse Autumn. Good job on that persuasion roll again. That was actually a meaningful roll. Fowlin convinced Indomitable to share some gnome salts with him. They had a vision of giants and demons and a darkness at the end of the ocean that was bound by a thread to him, but not to Indomitable, for what it's worth. And that's where we pick up. So I think when we left off last time, let's pick up still in the evening. You guys will be long resting at this point. It won't be interrupted. So again, if there's any long resty stuff that you have not attended to, please go ahead and do so.
How many hit dice do you get back on a long rest?
Half.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys are at an even level right now, I think, but it's technically rounded down.
Always rounded down. D&D.
Yep. Except in there are rare cases, but they always like specifically say if you're supposed to round up. Let me think here. So
I was bangling.
Yep. So So still in the evening, Kane, you go.
Kind of, I go a little bit away from the camp,
Mhm.
out of sight. I want to go find my own little private corner.
Yep.
I'll stealth
Okay.
away. No one will see me. None will see me with my bright orange and pink jacket.
Oh, are you
Or
wearing
whatever
that
the
right
heck
now?
the colors were. Yeah, I've been
Alright.
wearing it this whole
Okay,
time.
that's brilliant. I should really
Dirty
have
one.
more NPCs comment about it because that's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You ghost.
Especially when I come out of hiding. They're just like, how did I not
Yeah. Be grateful I didn't like have that impose like disadvantage on stealth, even though you would still be getting like min 25.
Yep. Be great. So, Bengal. I just kind of slouching down somewhere. And I focus on the Bengal.
Okay. Because this is the role I've been using this for this charisma.
Oh wait, I've been rolling for this? Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, this is your like. This is the communing with. Oh shit. Okay.
I commune.
I mean, literally, all it is you have to. I'll say. Well, anyways, no, I won't say the mechanic, but it's fairly minimal. Anyways, so yeah, so you pull out your bangle. You were like, it has been some time. Some things have happened. I want to go back here. So very quickly, your mind slips. You feel sort of a twisting sensation. And when you open your eyes, you're landing softly on a grassy hill that overlooks an ocean on one side and a plain on the other. There's the same cottage that you're used to.
Anybody around?
So you don't see anybody outside. Walking up to the door and knocking, I suppose.
Walk up and just open the door.
Yep.
Knocking for scrubs.
All right. You
It's my bank.
Okay, cool. All right, you walk up and you open the door, and you see your mother over basically what looks like a wash basin that's on a table, sort of to the right as you enter. Um, and as you walk in, she looks up and says, "Oh, Kane, how did you?" She thinks for a moment. How did you get here without me realizing? She shakes her head.
Because I'm sneaky.
Right, but
That's
I
what
didn't think it extended to. Well, please, make yourself comfortable. Would you like some tea?
Will it, like, feel... Wait. Will the tea follow me? Out?
She shrugs. Not so much, but it's the experience of the thing, right? I'll put on a pot. She quickly fills some water in a pot, puts it over a stove. You see her pull out a match and light it, tosses it away. Do you so you saw it before. It's a fairly small little cottage. There's just sort of a bed on one side. In the middle there's a small table, like small round table, a few chairs, a little fireplace, and then just like necessities besides that. Do you sort of remain standing? Do you go sit down?
I'm gonna go sit.
Okay. So after she tends to those couple things, she goes and
A lot of hard drugs.
she
I just saw that. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why isn't hard all capitalized?
She goes and sits next to you. You're sort of at an angle to each other, not facing directly, not totally side by side. But she looks over at you and says, "Well, it's good to see you, Kane. How have you been faring?"
Not good. It's world still ending out there because apparently, like, just having a discussion next to a big rock is with the tiny rock is enough to break the big rock. Even though I thought I was led to believe I had to do a thing to make that happen.
Right. You see her
That was
sigh
just
and sort of twist her hair. She says,
red from
I'm
China.
aware of most of what's happened. I can't, she shrugs, I can't read your mind or anything like that, but I do have something of an inside view on what's been going on.
Yeah, I thought we had time to talk about it. We didn't apparently. I didn't think realize there was a timer on it. So that was bad. Now everyone's blaming me, so that's cool.
Well,
But
we all make the best judgments we can. You didn't know everything.
but now we've released a second big evil thing, but this time it was Fallon.
Right, I saw that
keep my
too.
name out your mouth.
You're not there. And they kind of, to me, from what I've heard and from what you understand, he's kind of I thought he was unbeatable. So I approached him to I figure it seems with this help we'll be able to stop the apocalypse, but then after that he becomes a new big powerful, and
Mm-hmm.
it seemed unlikely, nigh impossible that we'd be able to stop him. So I went to go play on his side, but then Quiz mentioned that apparently he's weaker on dragons and stuff, and so maybe he is beatable. And now I'm just kind of being a double agent, but I'm still not sure on the odds of beating him and
Kane,
what the safer bet is.
if you don't mind, you seem to be thinking quite a lot about how things are likely to go, which, and she sort of tips her head. To my view, seems like something where you're missing a great deal of information. Why not simplify things and just ask yourself, what do you want to happen?
I just want to go back to Dale's Harbor. I
Really?
mean,
There of all places.
or I just there have been developments. Um,
Oh,
we
she thinks for a moment. Right,
and I don't even know how to handle that, but I feel like I should handle that. I don't I don't know what to do.
well,
And now I have this power I don't even know how to use. I haven't used it yet. But I don't know if I should even use it or how often to use it. Which is weird since I really want to get that amulet all the time.
she laughs. Well, at least in one thing, you know what you want. She looks at you and says, as far as the girl, it sounds like the way, unfortunately, lies through collecting all the things that you've been working on. Sounds like the situation isn't so good there. And
Well, I feel like this is going to come to a head. I'm confident we can stop the apocalypse, hopefully. I mean, but it's for the after part and what that would look like and what would kind of keep the deal I was going to make with the big tentacle things was for all of us to be safe. That was the whole goal. But now, guaranteed safety is the opposite of it would come at the cost of everyone, or at least everyone that I've been traveling with,
she
versus chancing it but then losing everything, and then just losing something.
she looks at you and says, I've been paying attention, Kane. The creature from the tower in the crystal that you speak of, I couldn't say the first thing about that, but Indomitable, I've seen his type before. He is, well, to oversimplify things, perhaps evil, but he's also the sort who believes that the way to his ends requires that he be trustworthy. He made a promise to your party that he would help you accomplish your end, and he said that he would back off, at least temporarily, after you accomplished it. I think he'll stick to that. Now, as for the after, you're right to be afraid of it, but, she looks and says, Cain, it is not in my blood, and I don't think in yours, to look too far into the future.
I don't know. I feel like I need to, because whenever I try to just be impulsive, things don't work out mostly.
Well,
But then I try to think things out, and they still don't work out. And I'm starting
she.
to see a pattern here. Just things just don't work out.
Is there anything I can do to help? Or
Just
do you just want to talk it through?
if we, it's just all a big swirl, and I just need to stop swirling so much. I can't focus.
So as you finish that, she walks up. She pours the tea into a few cups and brings one over to you. And she says, Cain, this is all taking place at the speed of thought. Nothing bad's going to happen. Why don't you just take a moment and relax?
I'll take the cup. Okay. We could try relaxing.
She smiles weakly.
And that's good.
Well, okay, let's continue
Yeah.
for just a moment. You sit
Okay.
in silence for a few minutes until you've mostly had the tea. And then finally she says, to be honest, Cain, I didn't have a lot of time to acquire a lot of wisdom, and frankly, even if I somehow had the answer, I don't know how convincing I could be. I'll just say this much. We all try the best we can, and I think well, for my money, if you listen to your heart, then most of the time there's only so wrong you can go. And even if the worst does happen, she smiles. I don't know. Somehow I have faith that things will work out. That's the best I got.
Okay. So take a risk on doing the better thing. I'm really good at doing the better thing.
She looks
I've always been
away
impulsive.
and she says, well, sometimes the heart wants what it wants. She looks over. I was impulsive too.
It got me this far. I mean, I was making my way through the guild off of impulsivity. Then I met these people. And I think I've died like twice since I met them. Doing the same. It didn't change my behavior, but it started not working out anymore.
She says,
know.
well, there are two ways to look at that. You could say that you really fucked up and you died 2 times. Or
I think it was twice.
you could say that you did something right and you came back 2 times.
I don't know. And we'll talk about this again more later, I guess.
Right,
I'll
right.
probably
I'm
stop
not
in by
really the
more often.
best for this kind of thing anyway.
I'm starting to realize that we may have that in common.
She just laughs. And we'll go ahead and fade out from there.
Kane will eventually rejoin the group and go take a nap.
Sounds
I guess
good.
go to sleep, not a nap.
So
A long nap.
Yep. Clean, anything you're looking to use your couple extra hours, like over the evening for?
I don't have anything that I'm working on right now. I just need to check how many charges the staff regains per day, because that needs to
Oh,
be
I already handled that for you.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where
So-
did you put that? Because I have like 2 different spots.
Oh, it's let me see.
Okay,
here.
the staff charge on the main page.
Yeah, I think that's what I upped.
Okay.
It should be like not all the way up, but most of the way up,
Yeah,
if I remember right.
16 out of 20.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That should be good.
Cool. All right, so you all rest for the evening. As it's wont to do, morning arrives. So I don't know. I imagine as usual, Clean, you wake just a little bit before everybody else. Kane, as you are actually still rubbing the sleep from your eyes, you get a response via Sending Stone.
Ooh.
And it says...
Oh, right. I was like, what? Where are you?
Yep. So for the record, here is the last thing that you said.
I feel like it's been a week since we did this.
It might have been 2 weeks since the message.
Yeah.
But, and the response you get is this. It used to be called Kikuto. It's ruled by mages now. Not sure about Anangrun. Tirsa made us leave in a hurry. Where are you? So really quickly, before you respond to that, let me just reveal a little bit. So this is the old map. So she's saying that they're in this city right here, but that it's named something different now. So I am going to jump over to the map that I've been slowly revealing. And, excuse me, there we go. I am going to reveal just a little bit more.
Ball hair?
Here, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a funny name, but
Radiclus wasn't here for that.
Oh, I see.
I heard you.
And you know what? Just since you've been given enough to kind of figure this out, I'm going to reveal just a little bit more.
Woohoo! Secrets. Oh. Dun dun dun. I can't read that word.
When I first saw the word that starts with an A, I thought it said Ashdad. It made me go a lot for some reason.
It's the Ashdad Magocracy.
Yeah, so that is the Ashal Megocracy.
Dun dun dun.
So, yeah.
So that's cool. They're there.
How much would we fuck things if we just killed them all?
Oh, I feel like there'd be lots of revolts and just lots of bloodshed overall in the resulting revolution. So par for the course, really.
You can certainly try to do that if you like.
We
New
do a
plan.
thing.
We go straight in.
You don't know
like it.
how large this territory is, how many people there are.
You got this.
I just killed 7 enemies in one shot. Oh. A power trip.
Level 1 tower dive. All right.
Yeah.
There's a Mickey Mouse cartoon I want you to watch now where he kills 7 flies and he starts bragging about it, but everyone thinks he's talking about giants.
That's
So the
funny.
king hires him to kill a giant. That's what that's making me think of.
Nice.
7 in 1 blow.
All right. So anything to tend to before we start flying for the day? If nobody says otherwise, then the plan, and actually let me just switch to the other map at this point so you can actually see what I'm showing. You're currently right about here. The plan would just be basically fly this away.
Let's go.
Wait, hold on. I still have a message to respond to.
Oh, yeah, so you do.
But now I'm thinking to myself, should I tell the party about this?
It's actually a good point. Only Kane has this
Kane's gonna
information.
just kind of, instead of just being impulsive, he's gonna take a second, take a breath, think about it.
Okay.
Would Tirsa be mad if I gave away her location to the party? Is Kane's big question in his head.
Are you looking to roll for GM help, or are you just thinking about it?
I would like some GM help.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. What's this gonna be? Actually, this one's kind of weird because it's like empathy almost. I wish there was.
I can't ask the Tirsa in my head anymore because I kind of.
I guess roll insight.
I forgot that I killed my conscience.
Interesting.
I'm proficient though. Wait, am I? I am. Haha.
So, since telling you the opposite of the truth would be kind of counterproductive,
Reliable talent.
like, oh, it's a 16.
Yay.
Why reliable talent? Why? There's not some clause in this that says you can still crit fail, is there?
It says I can't roll lower than a 10 if I'm proficient.
Yep. Okay.
It's only for 6 skills though, so or 6. Anything I'm proficient in.
Yeah.
I think thieves' tools count as well. So 7 things. It's only for 7 things.
All right. So I will just remind you then of a few facts that you know. First of all, excuse me. Like, despite having taken issue with your actions on a number of occasions, Tirsa still has ultimately helped you guys more or less, and has not totally taken you out even when she had the opportunity to do so. So you do sense that long term, unless there's some game that you're not aware of, at least, she's thumbs up for you guys as group. Now let me see. So and actually I'm just gonna go and give in. So Tuli has been traveling with her for a while. You've not seen her be insubordinate or anything, but the basic possibilities are either she's just sharing information sort of on the DL with you guys, or she genuinely thinks Tirsa doesn't mind. And then the final question is would there be any particular problem with you guys knowing where Tirsa was? Basically, the only one would be if you somehow sold her out. Thinking through it, you're not 100% sure, but the most likely explanation is that Tirsa doesn't mind this, basically, or maybe is even encouraging it.
Fallon. Hey, Fallon. Tirsa and Tuli are in the mage city.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is.
So Kane pulls out. I'm just gonna go ahead and narrate this real quick. Kane pulls out he sort of sketches out the map that you guys all know, and basically says that this old city that used to be here is now ruled by the Ashal, apparently, and it's part of their little mage kingdom thing.
And that's where they are.
Yeah, the Majocracy that dude mentioned before.
Okay, so since we have the map out, Fallon goes and fills in everybody on all the map data he found.
Yep. So this is what you got. I will remind you, you do know that the location of the final vestiges is more like here-ish and not down, whoops, and not here.
Yeah.
Liar.
Oh, whoops.
What'd you do? Ha!
Ball hair's out of alignment.
Oh, that's what I did. I accidentally moved the map.
You moved the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, but I just remember that I talked to that old guy and he like drew all over the map, and so I have all this new information.
Yeah. Ah,
I can't remember all of it, but
do you tell us how you learned about this information?
I basically want to share it, and then I want to say, what did you guys find out? Because I know none of you did find anything out.
I found out that people are bad at cards.
You found ball hair.
Yep.
Nailed it.
Ah,
You can't deny it.
Ah, darn
Ball
it. This
hair.
is so annoying.
You're good. It's pretty much straight now.
It's pretty much. I'm trying to get it all the way there because I need to like reveal some stuff that I accidentally unrevealed.
Reveal.
Okay, that's pretty good.
While
That's pretty
Casey's
good.
doing that, does anyone else notice how Kane uses his Bengal conversations to complain about the party out loud?
No, well,
We're not supposed to notice. He's just like trashing us. These people got me killed twice.
I don't think it was like that.
well, that
Sounded
was
more like I
like,
got myself killed twice.
yeah, that was more like I didn't change anything, but I've started dying lately. It's becoming a real problem.
All right.
What do I do?
You know what? Let me
Just
move
you-
this.
Kane's
what
trying to
you
be
do-
self-reflective and less
What
impulsive.
you do is you get a badass nickname. Kane the Undying, Kane the Undead.
Ooh, the
Um,
Undying. I like it.
So, speaking of which, Kane, are you okay? So you fill in the
The
group.
Undying.
Are you looking to respond to Tuli now, or are you gonna hold that and think about it for a bit?
What should I respond with, guys? Because I've been talking to her through a
Magic Rock.
magic rock. Is there anything that we want to like communicate or coordinate?
You could tell her about Dom.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
You see Dom roll over and wake up at this moment.
No, go to sleep. Go back to sleep, Dom. This is about
It
you.
was just a bad dream.
We're in the past again. You're the king. It's all good. That was out of character.
He
He
just
really just he
That
just
was the
rolls
character.
over and wakes up.
he just looks at y'all and says, "Good morning, everyone.
So,
Are you all?" He sort of wanders over to where you are, looking over a map.
yes. My friends are. We have some allies here. And I point at ball hair.
Says
I wonder if we should coordinate.
what he thinks. What do you know what they're doing there?
Nope. Just they had to get out of Anangrun.
All right.
I kind of want to ask about the state of Anangrun, though. Like, specifically, a town that holds no personal importance to me.
For he just shrugs.
Is there anything else I should say in this statement today, or since we have a line to communicate with some people who aren't here with us, and maybe like we can like pull some epic.
You could ask him why they had to leave.
I will note you did ask about Einongrun in your last message, and you basically got a not sure. Tirsa made us leave quick. Was the answer?
Never mind.
But why? Though?
Yeah, no. So you don't know why.
Well, okay, like I know why, but like, if she doesn't know how things are, why'd they leave quickly? Like, were they like, was it like a tidal wave of fucking tentacles, or is it just like a preparatory?
Real estate prices went up way quick. It's like my kids. Why? Because this happened. Why did that happen? Why did the next thing happen?
All right.
Then you tell them to Google it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say. Oh, and no, I'm sorry. I'd be cutting it. You guys are still interacting. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
just tell them about Dom. I give Dom
Okay.
finger guns, and and that we're doing fine.
Dom sort of gives you a look, but then doesn't really say anything. Again, just shrugs.
Valen says, "Oh, are you a secret?"
He says, "Oh, I just met you, and now you're talking about me to your friends. It just."
Valen says, "It's not like that. I only like you as an acquaintance."
He nods.
Carl, let's take things slow. Took a year for that one lady.
Right.
All right, so Kate's gonna go back to the stone.
Okay.
Gonna say, we are going. Hold on. How many words do I get? 25.
Yeah, you can contract
He's
that to
gonna-
"we're going."
He's gonna. He's gonna write it. He's gonna think this through.
All right. So,
Wait, hold on. Is the map covered up where we're actually going?
yes, but I'm gonna start revealing pretty soon.
Okay. What was it called?
You are going to the Savage Lands, particularly this place, the Love Peaks. Sort of in the middle-ish. Ew.
Hey.
See, I had his armor on my wife.
It's
So,
like those pics of what's his name, Aquaman guy with couples.
So, actually, you know what, Kane? While you were working on this, I kind of have to pee. So, let's take a quick break, and I will be right back.
Where did Brayshine go?
Wait, what happened?
Where did Brave Strike? PC has to go. I don't know. Probably bio reasons.
Y'all see that?
Oh,
Yep.
that's cool.
It's the Swedish chef is Han Solo. The chicken is Chewbacca. And he's got an egg beater ray pistol. Blaster pistol. Special request. Sketch. Ah, here's my favorite G.I. Joe. This was requested. Snow Job.
No, we can do it.
His name's Snow Job. Here's an original Thor by Ron Garney.
What if I
Did
get
you draw?
this for?
No, this is from a comic book convention I went to. I requested these items.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you'd go around. So, for example, this is my dog, Bruce. He used to cost us a lot of money, so I asked somebody to draw him robbing a bank.
That's awesome.
Just random. Yeah, there's some better ones. And I guess one of these other different sketchbooks. Here's my dog and my old neighbor's dog, and Batman's dog and Superman's dog playing poker. Hard to see with the glare, I'm sorry.
How much was that? Like,
it depends.
when
Like
you
sometimes
request
they're
that?
like $40, and depends on where you went, who you went up to.
Because you can go to Magic conventions and get artists to draw you custom tokens and stuff. But
Yeah.
sometimes that shit just seems expensive.
So something, and we have like a really big color version of this that I bought for my wife. This was not at a convention. I found a comic artist who can draw better than I, and I had him draw my wife as a super villain named Curiosity. because I
Mhm.
always call her the questioner. She always asks me too many questions, and she's choking out Catwoman.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's supposed to be my wife. Question marks encircling the boobies, but
That's cool.
yeah, it got colored, and we have a very fancy version of it.
That's cool.
No, hold on. Sorry, Casey. I have to show. Both of you missed this one. This is one of my
Okay.
favorite commissions I requested. It's sorry, I'm trying to hold it right.
That's awesome.
The Swedish chef as Han Solo, and the chicken's Chewbacca.
That's great.
That's amazing.
Got an egg beater blaster pistol.
That's amazing.
So, good stuff.
Indeed. All right, ready to pick back up?
Yes.
All right,
Yes, sir.
so Kane sends back, we're going to Flav Peaks for Vestige. Found an ancient ally who can control them. Why leave in a hurry? All good?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, you guys sort of fairly quickly gather up your things. Tavrith shifts back into his dragon form, gives a big stretch. You see him first sort of like peek his head up above the tree line as he scans for, eyes, if you will. And then finally, you all step out, hop on, and once again, you are off. Oh, and actually, you know what? I shouldn't move because I need to reveal some more map. So I'm just going to note. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I am just going to reveal a whole bunch of this. So this much of it, at least, is fairly unchanged from y'all's knowledge of the world. All right. And so if we look at the distances here, this is actually quite a lot. I am just going to point that out.
Ooh. It's far away.
Yep. So, you all fly for hours across the ocean. So if I just sort of draw like a straight line distance, it's like almost 400 miles. So what's that going to be? That's going to be like 8 hours, a bit more. Maybe more like 9 hours for Tavrith to get all the way across that. Before you finally spot land in the distance. And again, just from like sitting for that long, basically, you're fairly grateful to finally spot it. Before I go to that, call it 9 hours flying with Tavrith. Anyone looking to do anything in particular with that time?
Kane's gonna practice the art of meditation.
Fascinating. You know what? Give me just wisdom. Just give me a wisdom check.
Gonna try to be more calm and less impulsive.
Okay. You're actually modestly successful. Like, you only know so much. You remember like a few random conversations that you were in with like monks who passed through Overwatch and that sort of thing.
Yeah, they were cool.
And you know that the basic idea of it is just to be mindful of your thoughts without judging. You remember focusing on your breathing being a thing, which actually comes fairly naturally to you. And just sort of letting yourself be with how you're thinking and feeling. And you don't like Zen master out or anything like that, but without losing awareness of your surroundings, you achieve a sort of peacefulness and awareness of your worries and a little bit more of a sense of control than you found before.
Impressive. Since one back of a dragon.
Yeah, indeed. All right.
Although
Anybody else?
I feel like I do at some point fall asleep.
Yeah, nap time. Although, yeah.
Do I
Okay.
do I need to read my Yuan-Ti book or anything like that more? Or I think I got the nature proficiency from my bestiary, but I can't recall on that one.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, the nature proficiency was sort of the upshot of that.
Well,
And
there were two different books.
right. So the Yuan Ti book, I think I gave you a bunch of stuff that's like pretty much what you get out of that. Like,
Okay.
you can leaf back through it, and if you want to know, like, if you have random lore questions or something like that, I'll probably answer them based on that.
Okay. I just
Um, yeah.
couldn't quite recall if I had finished that one up or not.
Cool.
He will withhold all the information from you.
Yeah, no,
But-
my intent in giving you that was like, here are some of the more notable passages that you get out of it. And also, again, I'll give you sort of the perk of like, if you want to ask like something to do with the Yuan Ti, I'm a lot more likely to give you a straight answer. Yeah, and then the bestiary was basically just working up that proficiency.
Okay. Fine. I'm curious. Can I talk to Imra?
Probably. Charisma check.
Working on it.
Two bros just hanging out. Well, one's a devil. That was
Just straight
that's magic.
charisma.
Yep. Okay, I was about to say disadvantage for being on the back of a dragon, but like, it doesn't matter. It's a pretty low check. So yeah, you stare out, or I'll stare. Anyways, it's probably not that bad actually. You stare out over the ocean, and you cast your mind. You conjure up the image in your mind of that room where you stayed with Imra, the blood red and charcoal decor, the interesting food. And then finally hear a voice. Fallon, if you keep calling like this, people are going to start asking questions.
My people are your people.
Well, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
I'm on a long dragon trip. I was kind of bored. Wondering what you were doing with your new freedom.
Right. He pauses for a moment and says, this and that, mostly experimenting with some new ingredients. As it turns out, I kind of like the hobbies I developed while imprisoned.
Oh, wait, I do have a question. So after we save the world, is your plan just to let Dom have his way with it?
Well, Dom still does have a bargain with me,
Oh. Is it worth the hassle of trying to rule the world, though?
My end of the bargain isn't ruling the world.
Oh, okay. Well, can I use your bargain against him so he doesn't try to double cross us? Or, once we save the world, to kill it again?
Now, Fallon, if I take you up on an offer like that, people are gonna start not trusting me.
I mean, I bet they'll look the other way on this one.
We can talk about this another time, Fallon. Think about what might entice me to give up he thinks for a moment, my honor for such a thing.
Okay.
You know that a devil's word is bond.
All right, I guess we'll talk again.
So, find any interesting plants lately?
Oh, some green magic moss.
Magic moss, you say? There are several magic mosses. Do you know anything about the magic on it?
It is. Was it abjuration?
Yeah.
It was
Huh?
divination.
No, it's
Divination.
abjuration.
What?
Just since there's some people saying different things, it was divination.
Okay. It was
Ah!
divination magic.
He thinks for a moment. It could be a few things. What color is it?
Green. It was green, right?
Yeah, it says, he says, actually here.
I just wrote down magic moth.
Right. No, I'm just thinking about this. He says, well, if you ever have the chance to visit, there are a couple things that it could be, but, I'd be curious to have a look.
Can I not show it to him? Or does it need to be in person?
Verbal only, Link.
Okay. We don't have that Ray and Kylo. Okay, well, it's magic green moss. I was gonna roll it up with some of my purple flowers and some gnome salt. See
He
what
thinks for a
happens.
moment.
Ooh, big combo.
Mixing divination magic with that, it could have an effect for sure. Then again, maybe you're not harnessing it to its full potential, but one does have to try something, right?
Right.
Hmm.
Okay, well, how in the world am I supposed to figure out if he's not going to tell me? Lead me on about the green moss. Like, how am I supposed to find out? Arcana check every time you let me. Until I sort it out.
I mean, let me think here. I mean, maybe you could find somebody who knows, or maybe you could propose a meeting with your devil friend, or something like that.
Well,
I know I've played a little bit loose and fast with this in the past, but he does exist in a physical location, so.
Where is that, though, besides the 9 hells?
It's the 9 hells.
But yeah, I think last time we just kind of zipped over there.
You gotta go visit the 9 hells. You haven't visited the 9 hells before, man? You haven't lived till you've gone to the 9 hells.
I mean, you've all been to the 9 hells.
Yeah, I was about to say, who are you talking to?
Okay, I thought this didn't count. I don't know. That was more I don't know. This doesn't count.
Yeah, anyhow.
It's like going to Vegas without gambling.
Could Colleen identify it with an identify spell?
So that's for a magical item. Let me read the rules again.
Sorry, I wouldn't be trying to sidetrack on this, but you've made me think it's something special now. Turns out it makes a good stew.
Okay, actually, okay. Identify. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them. That's just part of the spell, but it doesn't have to be a quote-unquote magical item. It can be a magic imbued object, which this is. So,
True.
Colleen could identify it.
All right, I'm on the right path. All right, get back to staring off the side of this dragon as the clouds go by.
Well, sounds like you're at least living. Yeah. Farewell, Fallon.
See ya.
All right.
I was gonna say adios, but that has no.
You hang up.
I struggled. Yeah.
No worries.
Colleen, identify this moss.
Where'd you get this thing again?
Off the ground.
But where?
Off the ground.
You know, you were there. We were. It was close to the city or the wargs. I can't remember.
It was a bit where you didn't do anything against the wargs except make one of them laugh really hard, and then Quiz killed them all and hurt Kane in the process.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it was
Of
last week.
course.
It was last week. They found it after the fight.
Naturally.
I tried to conserve your like high because your only damagey spells are your high level ones for some reason, and I
Yeah.
was trying to conserve your slots just in case. So I was like, "What the fuck can I do with Colleen?" I was like, "Tasha's hideous laughter." That's always a fun one.
Yeah, so you had like
yeah.
this massive, like, overgrown mutant warg just like thinking that his wounds were hysterical and like all his dead comrades. So yeah, it was fun.
Good. I can go ahead and identify that.
All right. So it is indeed a plant that naturally draws magic, or what is a moss technically?
The no, it's a plant.
Okay, cool. I like threw myself for a loop there for
It's
just
like
a moment.
lichen or something, but like that's a subcategory of
Yeah,
plant.
lichen is
It's
like
like a
a
fungus or anything.
hybrid thing. So yeah, it is.
It's a plant
It
kingdom.
naturally is attuned to a specific kind of magic and draws it in slowly from the surrounding area. In this case, it is divination magic, and you know that it is useful as a component, probably as the major component, in creating potions having to do with magical sight. In roll Arcana.
Arcana.
Okay, yeah. So in its most powerful usage, somebody with a what's the word that I'm looking for? Like alchemist tools could probably turn it into a mixture that would mimic something like a true seeing spell.
Your voice kind of cut in and out, but
Oh.
I heard an alchemist could turn it into a true seeing thing. So I think that's everything, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could also probably brew it into less powerful, like, again, vision-oriented divination spells. Like, it could be used in all manner of things, but you think probably, like, the most powerful spell would be something like a true seeing.
Gotcha.
But again, you'd need the proper equipment for that and some other, like, reagents.
Can I just say it sounds like it would be wonderful with gnome salts.
Probably.
It might do something.
Another dimension.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like, oh, no, you can see the future.
All right, so I imagine Colleen explains basically that to Fallon.
Just put it in your mouth and snort some salts and see what happens.
Just put it in your mouth, Fallon.
Fallon says, these things must be done properly and not on the back of a dragon with the wind flying.
I like how we could all just hear this conversation happening.
I imagine you're talking kind of loudly in point of fact.
I mean, they gotta be with flying.
These things must be done correctly.
I mean,
Exactly.
we could also have a mental link forever and ever and ever and ever.
It's possible.
Now, don't ruin my fun.
Man.
If I ever remember to touch you guys.
We did it.
So clean.
I like that without context. All right.
Yeah, again, just
Anything else while we're flying?
anything else while we're flying?
All right, cool. So, yeah, so about like 9 hours or so on Tavra's back, actually even a little bit more because he had to cross over the land in the first place. So we're probably pushing even like 10 hours at this point. It's a long day. Finally, you do spot land in the distance. And as it approaches, the features resolve into jagged, inhospitable cliffs with like spears of rock pointing up out and in every direction. The rock looks for all the world like the spines on the husk of some alien insect, which has but one message to deliver, that being, stay out. On the on the other side, the cliffs give way to an utterly barren waste. You fly over this waste for a few more hours until you see the sun grow low on the horizon, and you feel Tavrith just begin to falter under you. And you realize with a sinking feeling that this may be where you have to spend the night. Tavrith settles into a glide, letting the noise of the wind rushing past you quiet a bit as you slow down. He turns his head back towards you and says, "Unless I really push myself, I can't take us much further tonight. We could simply camp out on this wasteland, or..." he sort of turns his head back towards the horizon. "We could perhaps travel a bit further towards that large rock in the distance. No telling from here if it's actually any more hospitable, though. What do you say?"
Plains or Big Rock? Hard choice. Hard Big Rock.
Nature guy. What kind of things live here?
Yes.
Nature
Personally, never
guy.
been to
Do we
these
have
lands before.
Sarlacc pits to worry about, or we save for
First
the
time we've ever been to these lands. Tell
I
me what
hate
the
nature.
natural fauna.
I
So,
hate nature and my +5 proficiency.
so actually,
Wait a minute. I have +5 and I rolled 5s and I got an 8.
You rolled survival, not nature.
yeah.
Oh.
So
Wow.
anyone who wants to try to glean some kind of knowledge with which to make this decision can make a nature check. Given that you are
Alright.
looking at it, well, I mean, the bird's eye view both helps and hurts. But given that this area is so unfamiliar to you, all these checks will be with disadvantage. That being said, Fallon got a 22.
You're a 22.
22.
All right. Okay. I'm going to focus on Fallon since you got the highest check. Fallon, there are some stories that get thrown about of the larger world in Anongrun. And, you know about Gavla only in broad outline, but you do remember that from those stories that the Savage Lands are so named for a reason. They are considered to be home to any number of inhospitable alien creatures. Honestly, you think that it's kind of running a risk either way. Out on the plain, you're exposed, especially if the weather picks up. You don't get the sense that it will, actually. Things seem fairly calm at the moment, if rather hot and stuffy. But, the main thing is you're, like, intensely visible if you just camp out on the plain. On the other hand, if you go towards a more featured part of the terrain, there's more likelihood that somebody else will go there for the same reason, and that's also likely to be bad. Also, I will note you look down at the terrain and you don't see any of the signs of, like, sinkholes or quicksand or any stupid mess like that. At least what you can see, it looks like the land itself isn't going to kill you. So overall, not really an easy decision anyway. Again, like, there is the option of asking Tavrith to, like, push himself into the night, probably based on what he's saying, like, that's going to exhaust him and it'll have you guys be setting down probably somewhere in the middle of the night, but maybe you could get to the peaks. Although, okay,
Can I cast Healing Spirit or Lesser Restoration? I'm kidding.
yeah. Although final point.
It's perfectly
Yeah, go ahead.
safe.
Okay.
I mean, kidding. There's monsters. There's lots of these are savage lands. There's lots of beasts. We could go to the plains and be kind of in the open, or we can go to the rock and probably run into somebody.
Would you say that these are scavengers or more creatures of prey?
Oh, I guess scavenger. But it's probably not safe really either. Anyway.
All right then.
I can't concentrate while I'm asleep, right?
Correct.
No.
Can I stay awake all night?
You can.
At the cost of exhaustion.
And you don't get exhaustion undone except for a long rest.
Correct.
Or other restoration.
Okay. I'm fine with either one.
I think you should choose. You more familiar with sleeping in the dirt.
I like when you rely on my expertise. Well, being who I am, I'd rather not run into people. I'd rather run into beasts. Let's stay on the plains.
Okay, I will say, this does look like a fairly inhospitable area for most humanoids, but of course you're not sure. But yeah, okay. So you just settle down where you are, and as you all sort of pile off, you see Tovrith sort of slump down rather quickly. You can tell that to fly all the way across the ocean like that, basically, 12 to 14 hours of nonstop flight, something like that, was pretty taxing for him. I call it 12. Let me see here. Yeah, so you sort of quickly set up camp, if you will. Tovrith is so large, he makes something of a natural windbreak, so you all just kind of set up to one side of Tovrith, sort of shielding you from the hot, dry wind that blows across the waste. And, at this point also, everyone please deduct a day of rations.
What ration?
I'm going to go ahead and just deduct one from the bag of holding. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. Indomitable has his own. No, because he got some at the store. So I will deduct that.
While we're setting up camp, I will go ahead and use Mirage Arcane to make a large tar pit surrounding us. So we're on like a little island.
Interesting.
So weird.
Okay.
So on my character sheet, there's a place that says class resources, and then there's another next to it, same shape. It says 15 foods, and that's how I have it in my inventory. And it has a 1 there. If I move that up or down, it doesn't do anything. But when I changed it in my inventory, it changed it in that other spot.
Wait, I'm not sure what you're looking at. Sorry, just a sec.
This includes all senses, so I really am looking specifically for a form of terrain that's very full of odor that would disguise us if they're, scent hunters. So I think a tar pit would be sufficient
Sulfur
to
pits.
Got it.
smell bad and carry bad scents around.
Yeah, so Fallon, I'm just gonna sort of, I'm not quite sure. With
That's
your
fine.
food,
I just
yeah.
was curious. We can look at it later.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
make Tovrith.
I will say you've got it both on your resources and in your inventory. Like keeping it straight on the inventory is the most important thing.
Well, that one adjusts the other one, so.
Okay. The only other thing to note is I think you can only carry what? It looks like you have marked 15 foods, but you can only carry 10 without the weight counting against you, actually.
Oh.
So like you might be consuming 1, but like only 10 of those should be weight 0.
So, okay.
The other ones are all 2 each.
Can I put them in my quiver?
How much weight do you have in the quiver?
I've got the bolts.
Okay, you can keep 30 pounds in the quiver. It's probably fine. I don't think it's worth worrying about right now. I should probably just take a look at it sometime.
Okay, sorry. I had another thing on my character sheet that was food that was like 24 days worth of food or something. I need to find
Yeah,
that.
you got that the first time you went underground, way at the beginning of the game. So
Pouch of food for 24
that was basically
days.
Lembos is how that worked. So, okay. So let's just assume that we'll work that out. For now, at the very least, just mark off 1 somewhere.
Okay, I did.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so you all settle in. I will note, actually, everybody but Colleen, give me, I don't know, I guess just perception.
Except Colleen.
Because I'm doing stuff.
Well, you should be more helpful for the group. You always
I'm
looking
making
at
a
things.
mile-wide tar pit with us in the center with bones coming out of it. Give me a break.
Always slacking off. Not contributing to the group.
Okay. So, oh, and well, okay, that's probably good enough. So, I don't know about quiz, but Kane, Fallon, both of you notice Colleen going into a fairly long, clearly a spell cast. She's like moving her hands and saying strange words in a low voice. Is that fine with both of you?
I'm fine with me.
Okay, just making sure. Oops. Okay.
Glang.
Sorry, I need to choose something.
Clang,
Oh, yeah,
clang.
they have the magic detection everything.
Did you not drink a potion? Oh no.
I don't know if they're in my inventory. No, Casey mentioned them. I didn't think about it.
Okay. So yeah, so Colleen, you cast your spell. You build a giant tar pit. How much of an island do you want to leave yourself?
I'll give us like a... We'll make a 60-foot island
Okay.
out of the mile.
All right. Just a sec. I've got to attend to a few things. So let me see here. And actually, I just realized, does this spell allow you to dismiss it? I know I allowed it before, but actually I'm reading it.
Yeah, you asked me to dismiss it the last time.
Yeah, I did, but I'm rereading the spell now, and it looks like it like remains that way.
For the 10 days.
Yes.
Could be.
Yeah, that I mean you can check too, but I think it just stays basically.
I mean, it's not a, a concentration, so I think it just happens, but, I think magic is up to the DM with those kind of things, with dismissals.
Gotcha. Alright, so I just want to do this. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Just need a hop hot minute here.
I mean, in this case, it's not like there's enough cost to this spell that it's not like, oh, I'm going to dismiss that and recast it somewhere else. Like,
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
going to happen very easy.
Just no, Khaleesi.
Okay, that looks about right. Okay, cool. All right, so actually, let me see here real quick. Okay, like I'm looking, I was quickly looking at a few other spells that sort of work similarly. Like I looked at Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, which it kind of feels like you should be able to dismiss if you want. And that also doesn't like have a clause indicating that. So I think it's reasonable to say you can get rid of it if you want to. Okay. So, all right. So you put that up. Let me think. Tar pit, huh? So I imagine, Tar Pit is going to have a fairly strong smell about it. I would like everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw. As this, a bunch of bubbling black pools spring up all around you.
Man, my rolls are bad.
Makes me think of the Last Action Hero.
Sorry about that. Dog was complaining.
Schwarzenegger
No worries.
comes through the big screen.
Okay.
Remember that movie?
All right. So most of you handle it reasonably okay. Quizmilligus.
Oh, was there a con save? Hold
Yeah.
on.
Oh yeah. Con save. Sorry.
How dare you?
Hey, look at that.
All right. Yeah. Colleen, you made this shit. You've got no problem with it.
You have +3.
I don't know what it is, but I did it.
Oh, it was the heavy smell of the giant like sea of
Oh.
tar pits that you just opened up all around you.
Nice.
Like with like a hot wind blowing over them. Quizmilligus, you have rolled well enough that I am not going to impose any kind of like game mechanics disadvantage on you, but you are definitely not enthusiastic about it, and you're like slightly sickened by it.
I sit smugly in one side of the
All right. So actually, with that, then I need to check another thing. Let me see here. Gosh, there's so much stuff happening in the background, so I apologize. Feel free to, in or out of character, talk amongst yourselves as I attend to some things.
Picture looks like tattoo.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, you just did a big magic spell, but I kind of want to do one,
A lot of dice.
but I won't.
It's a lot of dice he's rolling.
Because of all the rolls.
I don't think I like that. I'm very much against this. Nope, not. It's getting worse. He's still going. Dear God, help us all.
These are all damage rolls, by the way.
Ah, shit.
No, there's some tribe of like Derblins, and they're all
Oh
rolling
my
perception
God.
checks.
Casey,
It's
please
gotta be
stop it.
Tuag.
I beg of you. Have mercy on us.
Oh, praise be, he muted.
No, that's worse. It means he's still. Oh. He's just rolling without us hearing him. I would have
no,
said.
I can hear you all.
No. He said you muted yourself, but I was like, That's just worse. It just means we can't hear the rolls, but they're still
Oh.
happening.
And nothing else.
Thank you for humoring me.
All right, let me see here. All right. And I'm finally ready again. Okay. So you all
Finally.
finish setting up your little makeshift camp. At this point, Indomitable actually says, so I imagine based on the discussion, we'll be wanting to set some kind of watch. He shrugs and says, I don't know if you want me doing that, but for the record, I volunteer if you want me.
I'll take watch with you, Dom.
All right.
Well, why would you betray us now before you get your stuff?
He nods.
I mean, I'm not wrong, right, guy? Like, I'm trying to be wiser.
Quiz looks at Kane with like slanty eyes and goes, "Real smooth, Kane."
There's such a thing as tact.
I'm confused. What'd I do?
Your best.
Oh, that's
Your best.
that hurt. That hurt me.
I know, it's like Fallon pantomimes being stabbed in the gut.
Oh, it hurts. Mama.
All right. So what? If like Dom and Colleen are first watch, we probably need what, like 3 of them, and Colleen can take 2 of them because she doesn't need as much sleep. So it'll be like Colleen and somebody else second, and then 2 more people for third, I guess. Actually, Tavrith could probably. Well, let me think. Tavrith's been flying all day. Probably
let
not.
Tavrith sleep.
Yeah.
He needs a good nap.
So we got 3 slots that need taken. So should I just?
I'll do one.
Okay, I'll stick you with
Fallon and Quiz.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you guys will be third, and Kane, I guess you're with Colleen on her second. So
Who's second?
those are the 3 watches throughout the night.
I just didn't hear you. You said you could have.
Oh, you're
You
with
and me,
Colleen.
second watch.
Huzzah! I feel
We're
so.
all-
I feel great now after what just occurred.
Are we all still mentally?
Fucking. Your best.
Hey, Colleen's being genuine. She believes in you. That was your best effort.
All right.
Alright.
So Colleen, give me a perception check as we keep watch for the first few hours of the night. Here's Dom's.
23.
So okay.
I assume it'd be sight based because smell is not gonna happen really.
Smell is not going to happen. Hearing could. But yeah. So the 2 of you sit up. You hear an occasional bubble pop. You see a whole lot of nothing.
Pop. Sorry.
And yeah, I mean, I imagine there's a lot of sitting in silence. Maybe you know, slightly continue your conversation from before. Were you looking to get anything in particular out of that?
No.
Okay.
So
what
I'm more curious to see what you're planning.
Yep. What I will go ahead and offer with relation to that, and this is basically going to be sort of a pure upside roll, but I guess just roll charisma.
Charisma check. That's decent.
Okay. I will just say that, you know, it's not like Dom like opens up his heart to you or anything, but as you exchange the occasional sentence throughout the night, he seems, at the very least, you don't sense any kind of like what? Like
Ill intent.
distrust or unease or ill intent. Yeah, that kind of thing from him. Finally, Dom sort of nods and shakes Kane awake. Goes to sleep himself.
What is it?
He just sort of points with his thumb towards where Colleen is.
Oh.
All right, so Colleen and Kane, both of you make perception checks.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
I look good with my reliable talent eyes. I don't
Nice.
need it because I rolled a 24.
Good job.
So, and for what it's worth, actually, I forgot about this before, but on the basis of Fallon sort of, catching on to the, like, in particular ways, like, I imagine even, like, mention, like, particular things to be alert for, be it, like, creatures coming from different directions, something like flying through the night, that sort of thing. You sort of had an idea what to look for. Advantage on both of those checks. So the two of you stay fairly alert, and you do, in fact, notice something shortly into your mutual watch. You hear the light flapping of insect wings, and at first you don't immediately think much of it, but then
I love the light flapping of insect.
yes, but then you realize two things. First of all, as Fallon warned you about, almost anything that you run into in this area has a high likelihood of being dangerous. And second of all, you realize there are a lot of insect wings.
Do I see the insects?
You do not.
I'm gonna wake up Tavrith.
Yep, you run over and wake up Tavrith.
Tavrith. With bugs, lots of bugs, lots of the bugs.
And you all hear shout, "Everybody get up!" You all quickly ready yourselves. And let me see here. I need...
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, I'm fucking lost in this desert.
I know, I was zoomed in way too much.
Yeah, it is a very large map.
Such zoom.
So you know this is going to be serious. It's large enough that you gotta worry about your
Give me
all
that
that distance.
beautiful turn order, Casey. Give it to me.
All right, time to hit Kane with Circle of Death.
No, he was like, "Don't you have like uncanny dodge or something?"
Throws are broken, aren't they?
That's
what Critical Role had taught me. Are we rolling initiative?
I should
See,
be at 24.
Well, the
Like-
turn order popped up.
How did I
Here's
not
the
click?
thing, right? Like, even on Critical Role, they kept fucking up rogue stuff so often. Like, sometimes I was just like, God damn it, DM/Liam. It's not how sneak attack or assassinate works. Come on.
I know we talked about this last time.
Also, I rolled an 8. What
but
the
does
fuck?
Gamork get advantage on initiative? I can't even remember.
No. I believe
And
it's just
Fallon rolled a 24.
Casey, why'd you rig my dice? My virtual dice. Why can't I roll a good
All right,
rolls?
let me add Fallon
his
real
ass.
quick.
Ugh.
Whoops. Come on, there we go. All right, so let me quickly order this. Put that there. And, yeah. Oh, I didn't roll for Dom.
He's not even on the screen.
Yeah, where is
Oh,
Domino?
wait,
Yeah,
that
he
is
is.
him, isn't it?
Oh, there's Domino. Fine.
Domino.
All right.
I'm willing to make that a thing if you are.
Yep. Or we could call him DiGiorno.
Okay. And, so all I will say is, if you're not seeing any enemies, that is correct. Uh,
What does that mean?
oh wait,
I
except
don't know. It scares me.
yeah.
It was all those fucking dice
I
rolls.
mean, I can
again.
see everything. None of the map is dark, by the way. It's all lit
Right.
up. It's just all desert all the time.
But real
Right.
talk.
I decided not to worry about lighting on this map. But yeah, but
But it is nighttime.
I will say generically around you, if you want to try to use a bonus action on your turn to get more precise information than this, then you absolutely can. But otherwise, generically about you, you all hear the rustling of insect wings, and moreover, much of it is quite
The
close.
rustling of my fucking jimmies.
Much of it is quite close. I will remind you, if you feel like you can't take any profitable actions and you want to simply delay your turn until after the question marks, you are absolutely allowed to do so. That being said, or if you want to, hold your action in hopes of question marks revealing themselves, you can do that too. But for now, Fallon, it's your turn.
Yeah, hold on. I need to do one thing.
All right.
All right.
You know what? I'm gonna, just because I remember this time, I'm gonna switch to the combat playlist.
I've lost myself. Well, crap.
Don't lose yourself. It's your moment.
What does that mean?
Hold on. I'm trying to remember the lyrics. Shut up.
Don't lose your way.
Oh.
No. Not anime.
Lose yourself in the moment. You own it. Blah 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 blah
Yes.
blah blah blah.
Mom spaghetti.
Oh, nice.
That's all I gotta say. You know what?
Yeah, that's all you guys.
When in doubt, Mom
Palms is
spaghetti.
sweaty.
Knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's
I know, but I
spaghetti.
couldn't remember the
He's
very
nervous,
first line after, like, well,
but
I
on the
kind of
surface
went
he
out of
looks
order
calm
by
and
saying
ready
lose
to
yourself.
drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote
But he
down.
won't
So the
stop.
crowd goes so loud.
He opens his mouth, but the
The
words won't
words
come
won't
out.
come out. He's choking now.
Now
Everybody's
everybody's
joking now.
His time's run out.
All right.
No, fuck. I fucked
That's
it
the
up.
gangster's paradise of your generation.
Anyway, no, it's because I started off with lose yourself, and I was trying to figure out how to like make the lyrics in this. It
Gotcha.
wasn't working out in my brain, and I
It's
got
not intentional on my part. I was gonna cast a spell, but I changed my mind. I'm just gonna ready
Well, I
to
know
go.
you didn't intend for it, but
You're gonna, do what? I'm sorry.
Is it
wants
like
to
ready to
cast
dodge?
Eldritch Blast.
Well, so if you dodge, then you just take the dodge action, and then if there's an attack against you, the attack has disadvantage.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Okay.
Because I can't see anything. I don't want to. I was gonna conjure a bunch of pterodons,
Yeah.
pteranodons,
Right.
and they're
Pteranodon.
1/4 CRs. So I was gonna conjure a whole heap of them, and then make Mark do it. Then I was like, wait, no magic.
Right. Oh, and I forgot to add, the black circle is indicating what I believe is the area that Colleen marked out with her Mirage Arcane spell. So everything outside that, I know it looks one way. I can't change the map on the spot. It is like bubbling black pools of like tar pits all outside that. I will say,
is it an illusion?
yes. It's a very realistic illusion. You will, in fact, get stuck in it if you try to run through it. Oh, well, so actually, here's what it is. It's going to be difficult terrain outside that. And moreover, nature of a tar pit is if you try to run over it, there's going to be a chance of,
Shoes.
like stuff happening.
Your stuff.
All right. So Fallon, you took a dodge action. Are you doing anything else?
I'm sorry.
That's it.
All right.
Wait, so I can't run through this?
You can. It's just treacherous.
Oh my goodness, Colleen.
All right.
I believe in you.
I don't.
Let me see here. Let me see. What does Indomitable actually have for this situation? Gosh, I think he also just has to sort of hold tight. I'm making sure real quick. However, yeah, okay. So he is, let me see here. Okay. He is actually going to run over to here and just say, we might need another camp for the night. Everybody get on Tavrith, I'll cover you. And then he looks about, but against what, I'm not sure. But he is just holding his action in case something gets within range. Or actually, you know what? No, I take that back. I take all that back. He's just going to drop himself in the initiative.
You do what now?
Just voluntarily drop himself in the initiative until...
Oh, I thought you said drop out of the initiative. I was like,
oh, yeah,
how?
yeah. No. So he'll just, like, right now he's just looking about, trying to figure out what's going on. Colleen, it's you.
So question. The Staff of Ambition, can I cast those spells at higher level for more charges?
Oh, I didn't say that, but sure. Or wait a minute. What are the... let me check how I worded it.
You've got the spells specifically, or...
Well, I
or the
think
mechanics
so.
of
I
it?
think the way the staffs that staffs work is, oh yeah, okay. So normal rules on a staff are like this, like the spell is like sort of hardwired into the staff. You cast it at the level indicated.
Okay. That's what I wanted to clarify. Okay. New plan.
Harumph.
Harumph. I will also drop myself in the order, but I would like to prepare a confusion spell.
Okay, so if you drop yourself in the initiative, then you retain full flexibility. You're just like taking your turn after that. The other option is to like hold your action, in which case, like regardless of where it occurs, like, you know, if you say like, if an enemy appears, I want to attack it with this spell. Like
Yeah,
that'll
yeah.
happen as soon as that thing's turn ends, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna ready a confusion spell.
Okay. All right, so basically just like if enemies appear and there's a good spot for you to drop a confusion, you're going to do so.
Yeah, if there's more than a single enemy, preferably more than, or 3 or more, I'll throw it, but...
Okay, good enough. All right, so now we're to these. So, they are going to go... here. I'm just doing multiple bits of movement at a time. There. Okay. So, at this point, a few swarms of insects are going to pop into visibility.
Go zoom back out. Hold on. Oh wait, no, they're right here.
Yep, they're right there.
Wait.
Okay, so these are swarms of moths. Their fur, if you will, appears to be sort of a gray color, but they glow with a sort of golden light. And one by one, all of them are going to release a puff of powder within a certain area. So let me see here.
Constitution?
Well, so it affects a limited number of targets. So I am making sure of this. Okay. Yep.
Probably immune because of all the drugs.
So, first one. Quizmiligus, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, I'm better at that.
As this powder sort of settles on over you. Okay. You realize a couple things as it, as you reflexively, bits of this just sort of settle over your skin. Just it's in the air all about you. You sense sort of magical tendrils reaching towards your mind. You shake them off easily, and you also realize this is a charm effect of some kind.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Can I use whatever begolfing defenses? Is that the right one?
Beguiling defenses?
Yeah, whatever. That one.
Okay.
Beguile.
Wait a minute. Let me see. I have to remember how this works.
Yeah, there's an eye in
whatever,
there.
like whatever it's called, nerds.
Yeah,
You
nerds.
fucking nerds.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you can.
Okay, so succeed on a wisdom saving throw against my warlock spell DC, which is high number.
I rolled a 20.
My DC is 20.
Okay, so it does just
Damn.
barely succeed then.
Damn.
Oof. All right.
I got it.
Yep. Okay, well, but now you know something about what's up. Next one to make the saving throw is going to be Kane. So Kane, wisdom save.
Okay, it's not like a paralysis or anything.
Well, you don't know what. You know.
Right.
Well,
Not a
Quiz knows that it's a charm.
My freedom of movement ring would not help me here.
No.
Okay, well, fuck.
It's not an Ari charm.
Hey.
That said, you succeeded. So you sense similar thing to what Kane does, but you're like, fuck this noise.
What Quiz does?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Colleen, you're next. Wisdom save.
Let's see who's gonna fail to save, even though she's all elfy and shit. Come on.
Oh, although actually, because she's all elfy and shit, does she have advantage on this?
It's advantage, yeah.
Yep.
That's why.
Welcome. That one.
Okay. Yep. You also succeed. All right. This is going well for you guys so far. Fallon, you're next.
I knew it.
It's like, dang it, I wanted to charm.
Oh, by the way, you notice that this powder is sort of lingering in the area around where it was released.
That's cool.
And actually, yeah, you know what? With that in mind, let me just quickly draw some shapes so that we all know where this is. Let me see here. Whoops. So it's going to be like, or you know what? Actually, never mind. I'll just loosely track it. It's kind of like generically in like they're releasing it pretty much all over this vicinity. If it's close, I'll figure it out. Why can't I move my box? Yeah, I know.
What's in the box?
Okay. Oh, Fallon. That unfortunately is a fail. So this dust sort of pervades you. You feel your mind clouding over, and you start to look slowly skyward. Reality sort of starts to fade away from you, and you know that you just want to stay right here and, just soak in all these enjoyable feelings.
Okay. A dodge didn't help at all.
Not against that.
Powder attacks are the worst.
All right. Finally, we've got Dom. who succeeds. All right. So, Colleen, you have a moment if you'd like to use your confusion spell.
The thing is, I don't think I can hit more than one of them without hitting someone else.
Cast a strong breeze.
Do you get to?
A strong breeze.
Let's see. Because each creature within the spell radius.
Yep.
Actually, you're the air genasi, Kane. Make way.
Not that kind of genasi.
Okay, 10-foot radius. So we've got like this much to work with. 1, 2. Yeah. Is there a way I can get these 3, but also Toprith and Dominant?
Looks like you can only get to 2. Because these 2 are... Well, wait a minute. Okay, you'd have to center it off grid, basically. But I think like if you imagine a point like in between these 2 boxes,
Yeah.
that would be within 10 feet of all 3. I think you'd also be affecting yourself, though. Is that right? It's one.
Depends on where you draw the line.
It's, let me see. It's 1.5 over, 1 up versus. Oh, no, you'd be barely outside of it. It would affect Dom and Toprith, though. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna
go ahead.
I'm gonna do that because I believe that they can make that save.
Yeah. All right. So first, I will start with the moths. So we've got. Let me see. It's wisdom saves, right?
Yeah, 18 wisdom save.
All right. So we're going top to bottom. Fail, fail, success, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll put that on. Sure. There's confusion. And that one succeeds. Okay. So now we are on Tovrith, and I really should have had my monster manual up.
Heart of the jar.
So, where are my Darkins? There are my Darkins. Cool. All right, so he's at plus 10. $19?
That'll beat it.
Oh, that's it? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
They have to be 18.
Okay, cool. So he succeeds, and then here is Indomitable. That's a crit fail. All right.
Domino.
So, all right. So he is going to use an ability to repeat that.
Fail again.
That's possible.
Fail again.
Oh, and actually, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. So here it is again.
Fail again. Aha! I willed it into being.
Let me see here.
Thanks, Kane.
You're the one that cast this
Yeah,
spell.
you know what? He's going to use a special thing that he has to roll it again. And he succeeds.
I don't like.
Got him.
First time.
First try. Okay. So yeah, so we've got confusion on 2 of those swarms. All right. So that will bring us to Dom, who. All right. So let me see here. His movement is that. So let me plot this out real quick. It's. I can go 5 there. That's 10. Oh. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. So he's first, or actually, no. All right, here's what he's going to do. He has got a weapon with a 10-foot range, so he is going to use that.
A 10-foot range?
Yeah, he's got a glaive. I bought him a glaive while you were shopping.
Oh no, I'm missing this completely. I thought we would like an extra 10 feet on top of like.
Oh,
nine.
no.
Crawl?
Yeah.
All right, so he's gonna
Throwing glaive?
step over to here, and he is gonna attack this swarm that's just below Tavrith. And he has, let me double check. Yep, okay. He's got 6 attacks. So here's attack number 1.
What?
That hits, and
He's got 6 attacks.
okay. That being said, all of this is going to be half damage because he's attacking into a swarm.
It's 3 turns in a row.
So there's attack
Wait,
1.
does he really have 6 attacks?
Yep. There's attack 2. All right, so that gets halved to 10. Here's attack 3.
The secret is he only has 30 life.
That gets
That's
halved
the same
to
part of
8.
that.
It'll make our job much easier.
Attack 4. Also a hit.
Maybe his
Attack four.
immortalness is that he can't be, his death blow can't be when he's
Attack
on an
5.
even HP. Has to be an odd number.
And oh, and you know what? I forgot. Why did that? Oh, I forgot to set that up. All right, so I can half to 10. I should be rolling an extra d10 for that first one. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't. I'm wrong. Sorry, just a sec. All right, and here is attack number 6. Yeah, hit. So that's that. Okay, and then he is going to action surge to attack 6 more times.
Fuck off.
I told you he gets 2 turns. There's 3. I said 3.
Is he like a level 20 fighter?
I'll let you all speculate.
I'm speculating.
But in case you want to look it up later, remember he has 6 attacks. All right, so there's attack 1.
He's a monk.
Um,
Flurry of blows.
Okay, there's attack 2.
I miss our monk.
Okay, and he is going to down this one. So that's 1 down for the count. All right, and then he is going to step up here. I think, yeah, because of confusion, that can't take reactions. Or
Correct.
actually, let me see here. All right, actually, he's going to come up to here. So let me get this straight. I think that is, all right, that's 25 feet of movement so far. And that was, okay, that was 2 attacks against that, so he has 4 more attacks.
So keep in mind, Dom can
1.
hit you 12 fucking times if he wants to.
All right, gets rounded down to 9. 2. Also a 9. 3. Also hitting. Yeah, these are all hitting. And 4. Okay. All right. Yeah, and at this point, he is going to go ahead and shout. Yeah. Everybody on. Actually, oh wait, no, he can't. Can't do that. Okay, yeah, never mind. So that is it for Dom's turn, and it's quiz.
Sorry, I was doing fighter research because trying to figure it out. Well, Quiz Miligus the Almighty is gonna Misty Step back here.
Okay.
It's actually perfectly 30 feet. You love to see it. Then for his action, we're just gonna not use Circle of Death as much as I really want to. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast, the one that was in front.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
The old Tex Blade.
3 of these bad boys.
Okay. Against the one that you were just by.
Yes.
Okay. Hits.
Okay, damage.
Yep, that's 13 damage. Hits. And you down it.
Oh, okay. And can my last one, can I redirect to the one next to Kane?
Yep.
Cool.
Hits. All right. Yep. You good. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Kane, it's you.
I'm gonna run and hop on Tarver's back.
Okay. Let me see here. It has a reaction. Can it?
Hold on. Wait. I'm going to disengage first and then hop on Tarver's back.
Okay.
So you get wrecked. Oh, I'm on the measuring one. Pow! Pow!
All right. Cool.
And I'm gonna fire some flaming arrows.
All right.
At regular arrows.
At that.
Well, a regular arrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Short bow. Kapow!
All right. You will get sneak attack on this with Gamork nearby. That unfortunately misses.
No, don't tell me that. It hits. How much did it miss by, Casey?
Not much.
Oh, was it by 1?
Maybe.
God damn it! I should have used +1 arrow.
So yeah, you watch as the swarm sort of parts and your arrow just sails cleanly through.
An arrow flies past Fallon's head.
All right.
Sorry.
That it for you then?
Yeah. That's all I got.
All right.
I'm giving her everything she's got, Captain.
Cool. That will take us to Tavrith. Who, let me see. Those two are under the effect of the confusion. They're also. You know what? Okay. He will. Let's go ahead and just get him in range, actually. So yeah, let me see. You can go that far. Okay. So Tavrith is going to wander over to here and is going to attack. Oh, actually, wait a minute. He is going to use Frightful Presence.
Haha.
So let me see this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because he's big and scary. Also, I'm on the back of a dragon, guys. This is awesome.
Let's hit it like it's not a common occurrence for us at this point.
But it's during a fight, okay? We're not just cruising along. We're fighting. We used to be fighting, boys.
Oh, and actually, since their save is only that and his DC is that, yeah, that's going to be... Okay. I was just rolling for multiple things at once with that. Okay. So, let me just... I won't bother doing all the
things, he says.
I won't bother doing all the bookkeeping. I will simply represent that these three are now frightened. I have to represent the confusion with some other thing now. Let's call it, I guess, sure, that. All right. So yeah, so basically, oh, and actually, wait a minute, it has to be within range. So I got to check something, one more thing real quick. So it's 120-foot range. Oh, and actually, okay, so like, okay, sorry, just a bit more bookkeeping. Boom. 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 All right, cool. Okay, so that will handle that, and now Tavrith is going to start in with some attacks. So bite attack. Yeah.
That must feel awful though. Doing a bite attack on fucking bugs.
Yeah. You sort of hear
Like
a
chomp.
so basically just like crunchy sounds.
I
And
don't like.
these attacks aren't super effective just because all right, so 2 claw attacks. Just because again he's sort of attacking at a swarm, it's hard to really get around it, so to speak. So it's going to be 9 and 7, so that's 16. Okay, and that's going to be it for Tavrith. It's Gamork.
Okay. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing.
Yep, no worries.
The one that's next to him.
Okay. That's a hit. Wait, what happened with that?
We be sniffling.
Oh, I missed that.
What'd you miss?
I had one thing set up wrong on my map. I just need to fix this real quick.
Wake me up.
Wake me up inside.
Can't
Can't wake up inside.
All right. So yeah, that let me see. So the slashing is halved. The poison is not. So that's 11 damage. Okay. And it has to make a con save. That's a fail, so it's also poisoned.
Yay.
All right. That will bring us back to the top, Fallon.
Do I get to make another save? Or am I just still...
Oh yeah, yeah. No, you are just charmed. So let me see here.
Oh, so charming.
Yep. So you just keep staring at the sky, blissful and unaware. Colleen.
I'm going to cast Ice Knife at the southmost swarm.
Okay. So basically, okay, wait, I forget what the range is on that. I think it'll just affect the 2 swarms, though, is the idea.
And Fallon.
Oh, okay. What's the radius on that?
Trying to knock me out of it.
It's like a 1 square is damaged with it, and then it explodes into a 5-foot radius.
Oh, okay, because technically Fallon's outside 5-foot radius. Actually, it's only going to be like a cross pattern.
Okay. I tried for you, bud.
I could cast Circle of Death.
Okay, but
It's super effective against allies.
yeah, you can go ahead and roll it, and that'll hit.
Okay, so 6 piercing, and then 7 damage to both swarms. 6 is just to the center.
Oh, they get a dex save, right?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the top one. There's the bottom one. Okay, top one fails and takes 7. Bottom one
Beats it at 18.
Yeah, okay, all right. So, yep, ice shards go flying. You see some moths go down, but the swarms are still pretty healthy. Any movement or other things?
I'm gonna 5-foot step. This way, because I can't go that way, can I? Can't go diagonally.
I
with
mean,
this.
you can, but it's just I just have like Euclidean measurement.
Yeah.
So you can go whichever way you
I'll
want.
do that.
Okay. That will bring us back to all the things. So at this point, just everybody give me perception.
I am ready to perceive things.
Oh, yeah. Did that help it? Hey, that was pretty good.
Okay. So not. Oh yeah, that's right. Fallon's charmed. So all of you who are not charmed do hear more closing in from all sides, actually, to some
Please
degree.
no.
So let me see here.
Casey, stop it. I don't like this anymore. This isn't a fun game anymore, Casey.
Moles.
It's hot of this wall. Is this the attack by the shawl? Because we used a giant magic spell in the middle of the desert.
Oh, yeah.
Casey, please the fifth.
It's a lot of clicks.
It's a lot of fucking clicks. I don't like it one bit.
He's moving them around based on rolls, I think.
Sometimes I think he clicks shit just to fuck.
I would not be surprised. This
All
one bit.
things are possible.
Okay, so actually, that being said, yeah, looks like got nothing there. So let me roll for a few frightened ones. Fail, fail. And these should all be at +3, but whatever. I know they all failed. Okay, so now we'll get back to the ones that you can actually see. So first up is this guy. And there's sort of powder all within this general area. Quiz is outside of it. Nobody else really is. Wait, let me see here. So frightened, yeah, I can't move closer, yada yada. Okay, so this one I would like. Let me see here. It is going to be Clean and Indomitable are going to make wisdom saves. As you are,
boy.
As you are already in the powder and it does not need to release it again.
Oh
Well,
boy.
Advantage doesn't do much to me there.
Oh snap.
He did slightly better.
Okay, so both fail.
Does he have more bullshit?
Here. Yeah, he's got a little bit more bullshit in the tank, so he's going to re-roll
Alright.
that.
A little bit more bullshit in the tank.
And he succeeds.
Successful bullshit.
Big success.
That being said, Colleen, you are now charmed. Oh, wait. No, oh, yeah, advantage doesn't matter. Okay. Yep. You're charmed. You stare at the sky. The sky is wonderful and amazing and glowing and sunny. All right. So now it's this one. These are the ones under the confusion effect. Since this is all happening at the same time, I will go ahead and say that they're still affected by the confusion this turn, but your concentration is going to be broken at the end. So
Gotcha.
they're gonna lose that at the end of the turn. All right, so they've got to roll a d10. So here's the top one. Can act normally, and here's the bottom one. I'll go and check on that first. Okay, all its movement to move in a random direction. We'll start with north and go clockwise. 3, so that's going to be straight east. So it's going to head over here.
Attack of opportunity. Just kidding.
All right. Now this one is
I'll hit him with
going
a sleepy
to,
slap.
whoops.
I call this my sweet gamer move.
This one is going to target Gamork and Dom.
That's
So,
a wisdom
How
save.
yep.
dare it target Gamork? Haven't you learned enough
He has
cases
advantage. He can see me.
Oh,
after that
all right.
crazy
That's a success.
shit
And that's also a
underground?
success. Okay. You guys are good. Okay. That is going to bring us to Dom, who... All right. How much...
Slap clean.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, here is what he's going to do.
Snap out of it.
He is going to take Colleen and actually just throw her on top of Tavrith. So let's make that.
Why doesn't Topper beat his wings to make all this stupid stuff go away?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Tavrith had legendary actions. I'm dumb.
Dang it, Casey.
You know what?
We all did.
I'm just gonna make a couple attacks against one of the swarms right now because he would have been
Oh,
doing
thanks,
that this
Casey.
entire time. So here's a couple tail attacks against the swarm that is nearest to him.
And dearest.
Hit. Okay, so yeah, he was forgetting himself until now, but it's down. And
Casey's
actually,
so nice.
let me see here. How do I word this? Oh, nope, still charmed. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah, he doesn't want to knock you guys down, so he's not going to do that. All right. So yeah, so we're gonna be throwing Colleen. So hopefully he doesn't crit fail this.
He's gonna throw it like a football, like a sack of potatoes.
Okay, on an 8, because there aren't really defined rules for this thing, I am going to say Kane. He picks Colleen up easily enough and throws her, but he misjudges it. It's a little bit weak. You're going to need to try to catch Colleen. Give me athletics.
Oh Lord, I'm doing
Exactly
athletics.
what I wanted Casey to say, and he did. Even the
Athletics, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you don't want acrobatics?
I'm
Casey?
sure I don't want acrobatics. You're trying to move Colleen, not yourself.
But I'm so much better at.
I know. Roll
acrobatics.
athletics.
Flip in the air and catch somebody.
Good enough. Okay. Yep. All right. Colleen, Kane, you catch a hold of Colleen, and it's a bit of a struggle, but you pull her up. Colleen is still just blissfully staring at the sky.
I caught you, Colleen. Can I slap her in the face?
I didn't realize
Colleen,
I was
step out of
falling.
it.
Thanks.
All right.
Well, Dom threw you, but you rolled an 8, so I kind of had to catch you. Otherwise, you're just gonna kind of fall at Tarver's feet.
Dom, yep. Dom is going to action surge. He's going to move over here.
How many fucking action surges does he have?
I don't know.
It's like
at
3
least
or
2.
4.
All right. And then he is going to attempt to drag Fallon on top of Tavrith. Fallon's going to be heavier, so let's see how this goes. Let me see here.
Fucking high level fighter.
Throw me.
Actually, no, I'm gonna look it up too.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good there. So he'll be allowed to use full movement on a 23. So, 1, 2, 3. Whoops.
I don't know why I say things.
I need to move him back. All right.
Are we trying to, is Dom trying to get us to escape?
That's the basic idea. Whoops. Come on.
A regular 20th level fighter can only attack 4 times.
Why do you I keep trying to bring you to the top, and you keep disappearing behind Tavrith. Whatever. Fallon, you're like under the top.
I'm on top of him is what I see.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why does it look different for me? Okay.
Because you're special.
Yeah, okay. For me, you disappear behind Tavrith, but whatever.
No, I'm there.
All right, cool. So that is what Dom manages with his turn. Quiz, it's you.
All right. I am going to measure something.
Why don't you cast Circle of Death when we're in the air above?
Don't tempt
Circle.
us.
Wheels are up.
Circle of death.
Okay, so I have enough movement
And it makes us all stop moving. Sorry, go ahead.
to get to. I'm getting on Tovrith,
All right.
having a good time.
Having
And
a good
then I'm gonna
time.
get
Having a
Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Eldritch Blast.
You going after this one?
Yeah, the one closest to me.
All right.
Ours are Texan
Hit.
accent.
Okay. Yep. You see moths go blasting away.
Again,
Hit. More moths. More carnage.
I'm picturing the
Pew
fucking
pew
meme.
pew.
I'm picturing
again.
the lamp.
Hit.
That was the worst roll so far.
How
Kaplooey.
fucking dare you? Is that a plus 12?
Yeah, it's
broken.
fucked.
Broken ass shit.
It's because I took stats in one of my level ups. It's stupid. That's all I can do.
All right.
I'm on Tovrith. I'm shooting Eldritch Blasts. I'm having fun.
Wait,
All
we
right.
forgot Gaborki.
Kane, it's your turn.
I'm gonna slap Colleen across the face.
Okay. You slap Colleen. She continues staring at the sky.
Fuck. I'm gonna slap Fallon across the face.
You know what? Sure, I'll allow it. Fallon continues blissfully staring at the sky, unaware of the troubles of the world about you.
I'm gonna action surge and slap them both in the face.
Legendary action.
I like it. I like it.
Kane's gonna think of ways to use this to his advantage. Wait, Kane's gonna talk to Fallon. It's like, hey Fallon, are you doing okay there, buddy?
Fallon, you continue to stare at the sky. All is peace, all is well, all is light and happiness.
Give me the amulet.
God damn. You already got the dragon ring, man.
All right,
All right.
Kane.
forgot
So
we
so
could
that's
finish.
pretty much your action. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Anything else?
With my bonus action, I'm gonna pimp slap. I'm just kidding.
All right. Tovrith is going to drop himself in the initiative below Gamork. He's also going to take this moment to make a perception check with a legendary action to listen all about and try to determine the most clear direction to get out of here. So let's see how this goes. Okay, that's not the greatest check, but... Oh, but you know what? He can make that again. Actually, he has another legendary left. So yeah, it's Gamork.
Oh, okay. I guess Gamork bounds on top of toddlers.
Okay. And Tovrith is going to make one more perception check. We'll see if it's any better than the last one. That is a lot better than the last one. And as a consequence, he is going to fly off. All right, so he lifts into the air, and he is just going to dash. Let me see here. So at this point, he's just sort of barely off the ground, just enough that he can actually make use of his fly speed. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to drag the box. Oops. All right. And yeah, that's going to be it for Tovrith. We have a couple people still sort of dreaming. And are we out of the woods? Let us find out. So this one's... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Are we still in turn order?
Yes, because I was seeing if any of the mods can catch up to you. So just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna reveal some stuff right quick.
Neat.
Aw, we missed the big gold thing. Oh, that's us. Never mind.
All right.
I was really zoomed out.
I love it. We missed the big.
You do still hear the sort of skittering flapping of insect wings behind you, but with that 31 perception, Tovrith did manage to pick a fairly clear path. You just evade the closest swarm, and you fly about another, call it, and actually we're out of combat at the moment. You fly for about another half hour until Tovrith just basically chooses a spot down at the base of sort of a small mesa. You all sort of just quickly set up. He slumps over once again. We're close to ending, but if there's any post-combat interaction or words to share, please go for it.
I slapped Fallon.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone just wants to take their shot.
At this moment, it's about call it 40 minutes after you left the fight. Fallon and Colleen are still just sort of basically wherever you put them, like they stay there and just sort of stare.
This whole time, I forget what this is from, but like I just take them by the collar and like lift them up like this from the collar, start just slapping them repeatedly across the face.
Yeah, I already said that. I slapped the shit out of him.
But I'm doing it like the thing. I was trying to remember what I was referencing in this, but I can't remember the reference.
The Incredibles, pull yourself together.
Yes.
Pull yourself together.
Yes, pull yourself together. Thank you. But the whole 45 minutes, I don't stop. Like, I might like alternate between the two of them. Like, maybe Quiz Mulligus and I take turns.
Okay.
It's playing Ring Around the Rosie, but we're just
I
slapping.
imagine Quiz's like toes of his shoes are tucked into my belt so he can stand up.
Just
Hold on
slapping
to my shirt.
Okay. So
I'm just picturing what Dom thinks of all this.
Dom just sort of watches for a moment, and then you see him just sort of unroll his bedroll and go back to sleep. Tovrith has sort of a similar reaction. About another 20 minutes pass, so it's about an hour now past the combat. And Fallon and Colleen, both of you wake up. Your faces odd, like kind of stinging, actually.
No, like super stinging.
But you come to yourselves, and you see. I don't know, Quiz. Are you still there at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You see Quiz and Kane in front of you. Kane's sort of pulling his hand back.
Ready to pull it back for the next slap.
Quiz is looking at his hand. It's very red. It's starting to hurt, Kane. I don't know if they're ever going to come out of it.
One more slap should do it. Oh God, he stabbed me.
I'm taking it. I'm considering that flavor text unless he actually announces that he's attacking you, because that's kind of a big deal if he is.
Yeah, sorry, no, I don't mean to.
It's like one more good slap at Fallon.
I mean, legitimately though, you might have that instinct, given that you like just barely come to your senses. You're hurting.
Yeah, I will produce my daggers.
Okay, she's like, "Come on, Fallon, snap out of it." Oh, you snapped out of it! Yay!
And then just a moment later, Colleen snaps out of it
You
as
don't
well.
need those. Don't ask why your faces are red.
Don't ask why your face is blue.
Yeah.
Touche.
At it looks like the wind really chafed you two. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, a lot of
Quiz
that.
is hiding his one red hand.
Kane follows suit. It was just a really nasty like sandstorm kind of thing, and like just your hoods wouldn't stay on, because y'all weren't
Can
moving.
they both suffer a level of exhaustion on the hand?
Just specifically hand exhaustion.
Yeah.
All right.
They
Yeah.
pick up a cup and they just spill everything.
Like
There's like
disadvantages on checks involving your right hand or whatever.
so like fapping.
Oh my god. Kane, roll
I was waiting
performance
for
with
some-
disadvantage.
It
Waiting
hasn't
for
been
something
discovered
to like
in this.
let me make that joke. Fucking cold.
All
Roll
right.
with disadvantage for the rest of your life.
Oh no, I've become left-handed.
I think that's called marriage.
Oh, God.
Oof.
Woof.
Big oof.
Kane is struck with idle hands. And
All right. I mean, anything further before you all sort of settle down for the night again?
I'm just this Kane's just kind of like looking at their red faces and just like stifling a chuckle.
are we just gonna have handprint bruises on each cheek when we wake up?
Probably for a little while.
Good thing there's no mirrors.
Quiz just kind of looks at the three of them and goes, "Did anyone else see that Dom got 6 attacks in?"
He attacked really fast.
Is that
It's a
something
lot.
you notice? I never really.
He's a bit formidable. Yeah. So
He's
don't
a
get
couple
into a
of
fist
ibbles.
fight with him. Yeah, or a sword fight, or any kind of fight. Guys, you might have fucked up. And by we, I mean Fallon.
Let's go to sleep.
This is your fault, Fallon. Whatever he does, it's your fault.
Can I roll to wake up before Kane so I can slap him to wake him up?
You know what? Fallon and Kane. Or wait, actually, Fallon, you have last watch with Quiz.
Yeah.
So
Fuck.
so
You're already awake.
so yeah, like I mean,
Do what you want.
I don't know. Do you want to go ahead and advance the clock to next morning then?
Yeah, I mean,
Slap off.
I was
Yeah.
gonna have some witty banter with Quiz about maybe
Oh,
we
go
should
for it.
smoke gnome salts in the desert at night after all that, but Fallon's not very happy with Quiz right now, so we're never gonna get to talk.
You don't know it was me.
All right.
It's fair to
So-
assume it's Kane most of the time.
Exactly.
All right. So yeah. So after sort of, I imagine maybe sort of talking over what just happened, like giving the area a quick perusal to try to make sure that's not going to happen again. You all sort of settle down for the night. The night finally does pass. The sun crosses the horizon, and we leave off as the sound of Fallon's hand on Kane's cheek rings through the morning air.
Smack.
All right.